The easy target. // the hunt begins. Fleet Admiral Gorak of the Vreth Dominion had destroyed 400 ships in his career. He had never lost one. So when his long-range sensors lit up with a single human vessel drifting at the edge of the Kalos corridor, alone, running low on fuel signatures, hull temperature cool and dim, he did not call a war council. He simply smiled with his secondary mouth and gave the order. "One ship," said his weapons officer, Dren, pulling up the schematic. Designation, Valkyrie. Human Deep-Range Explorer Class. Crew of 12. No fighter escort. No distress beacon. He paused. "Admiral, it's barely moving. Then it won't move far." Gorak leaned back in his command throne. "Disable engines. Board and capture. I want the crew alive for questioning. This corridor belongs to the Dominion now, and I want the humans to know it." 3 Vreth warships moved in. Clean. Efficient. Practiced. Just like the 400 times before. First contact. // hailing frequency open. Captain Mara Osei received the Vreth hail with a mug of cold coffee in one hand and a wrench in the other. She was in the middle of fixing the secondary coolant relay herself. They were a crew of 12, and budget didn't stretch to a full engineering team. She set down the wrench. Took a long sip of the coffee. Looked at her comms officer, a young man named Petrov, whose face had gone the color of chalk. 3 Vreth warships, Captain. They're demanding we power down and prepare for boarding. Mara set down the mug too. She rolled her neck once, slowly, until it cracked. Vreth transmission, human vessel. You are outnumbered and outgunned. Surrender now and your crew will not be harmed. Resist and we will reduce your ship to debris. You have 60 seconds. Patch me through, she said. She leaned into the mic. "This is Captain Mara Osei of the Valkyrie. I'm going to need you to reconsider. The trap springs. / what they didn't see." Gorak laughed. His crew laughed. Then the Valkyrie moved. Not slowly. Not like a wounded ship. It pivoted on its axis in under 2 seconds, an almost biological snap, and fired a spread of magnetic pulse torpedoes that no Vreth tactical database had ever catalogued. The lead warship's shields buckled instantly. Its engine core went dark. It began to drift. The second warship fired back. The Valkyrie was already gone. It had dropped beneath the plane of the corridor, using the asteroid debris field as cover. Gorak watched in stunned silence as the second Vreth ship accidentally fired on the third. "What? How is it moving that fast?" Dren's voice cracked. "It was low on fuel." "It was cold on fuel," said Gorak slowly. A terrible understanding was spreading through him. They vented heat deliberately. To look helpless. He gripped his armrests. It was bait. 12 against 300. / crew of 12. Inside the Valkyrie, it was organized chaos. Engineer Tomas was rerouting power from life support reserves to weapons, a calculation so dangerous most automated systems would refuse it. He did it by hand in 40 seconds. Navigator Priya was flying the ship through a debris field at combat speed while simultaneously calculating the Vreth formation's predicted response pattern. Gunner Beck, a woman of few words and extraordinary precision, was firing at angles that shouldn't have worked, banking shots off asteroid surfaces, using gravity as a targeting tool. 12 people. Every single one of them doing the impossible, and doing it quietly, because they had practiced this exact scenario, not this specific ambush, but the principle of it: you will always be outnumbered. That is the default. Plan accordingly. Human deep-range explorers didn't get escort ships. They got each other. The Reckoning. / what the Vreth learned. 11 minutes after the engagement began, Gorak's remaining warship, his flagship, the pride of the Dominion's Third Fleet, sat motionless in space, engines disabled, hull breached in 2 places, 30% of its crew at medical stations. The Valkyrie pulled up alongside it. Unhurried. Undamaged except for a long scorch mark along the port hull that somehow made it look more dangerous, not less. Mara's voice came through the comm again. Valkyrie transmission, this is Captain Osei. Your crew will not be harmed. We're sending over a repair drone for your life support. Consider this a professional courtesy. Pause, next time, look up what class of ship you're targeting before you commit. Gorak sat in his darkened bridge for a long time after the transmission ended. Around him, his officers were silent. Finally Dren spoke. Admiral. The human explorer class, I pulled the full profile. He hesitated. They are sent out alone on purpose. Command decided that escort ships slow them down. So instead He read from the screen, voice quiet, they train for solo engagement from year 1. Every crew member cross-trained in weapons, navigation, and emergency medicine. They run ambush simulations every 14 days. Another pause. The Valkyrie has been out here for 3 years. Alone. Gorak closed all 4 of his eyes. Update the Dominion's threat registry, he said at last. Flag every human explorer-class vessel. He exhaled slowly. Category, do not engage.